I don't know what that is. Where did that come from? Okay. So, I knew it. I fucking knew it. That woman who says she was set on fire here in Wisconsin, up in Madison, I said she was lying. I knew she was lying. I've had comments in on my videos talking about how she was lying. Someone, I can't remember who, pointed out to me that there was a building in downtown Madison that was attempted to be set on fire earlier that night. And so I'm pretty sure that's where she got burned. But anyway, let me do my little victory I told you so dance. Prosecutors, not enough evidence to prove Wisconsin attack. Federal prosecutors say there's not enough evidence to prove that a young biracial woman was set on fire during a protest in Wisconsin this summer. There's not enough evidence to prove that a group of white men set a young biracial woman on fire during a chaotic night of protests in Wisconsin's capital city this summer, federal prosecutors said Friday. Detectives were unable to find any surveillance video that shows the alleged attack taking place, but they did find footage indicating the woman wasn't in the city at the time she says she was attacked, according to investigative reports. I didn't read that in the other one I read. I didn't know that. They proved she wasn't in the city. Althea Bernstein, 18, told police she was attacked by 4 white men while driving through a protest in downtown Madison around 1 a.m. on June 24th. Bernstein said she was stopped at a red light when she heard someone yell a racial slur, and one of the men sprayed her with lighter fluid through her open window and threw a flaming lighter at her, setting her neck and face on fire. She drove away, put out the flames, and was treated for burns at the hospital, she said. A team of federal, state, and local investigators probed the allegations as a possible hate crime. On Friday, the U.S. Attorney's Office in Madison issued a statement saying the investigation was closed without charges filed. The statement said investigators conducted extensive interviews as well as an exhaustive review of traffic and surveillance cameras, as well as digital and forensic evidence, and couldn't establish that the attack occurred. Madison Acting Police Chief Vic Wall issued his own statement saying detectives were unable to locate evidence consistent with what was reported. Bernstein's family issued a 3-sentence statement through the Madison Police Department saying they appreciate the investigators' work. Althea Bernstein and her family appreciate the detailed investigative effort by all involved in the case, the statement said. Althea's injuries are healing, and the support of our community has been invaluable in that regard. We continue to maintain our family privacy and will not be granting interviews at this time. The alleged assault came during a night of violence that included the toppling of 2 statues outside the Capitol and an attack on a state senator. A group of up to 300 people protested the arrest of a black man after he shouted at restaurant customers through a megaphone while carrying a baseball bat. According to investigative documents, Bernstein told the responding officers she is Hispanic and black. Someone also threw a Molotov cocktail into a government building and attempted to break into the Capitol, only to be repelled by pepper spray from police stationed inside. The violence prompted, I told you someone threw a Molotov cocktail into a government building. I bet she was right there. The violence prompted Governor Tony Evers to activate the National Guard to protect state properties. Madison police on Friday released more than 150 pages of reports detailing the investigation. Traffic and surveillance camera footage shows Bernstein's vehicle stopped only once and that no one was around the car. The footage also shows that her window was closed throughout and that she was traveling in the right lane, not the left, as she told investigators. None of the cameras picked up a group of 4 white men that matched Bernstein's descriptions, the report said. But footage does show her in Middleton, a suburb about 15 minutes from downtown Madison, just before 1 a.m. GPS data from her phone corroborates that as her location, the report said. An arson dog found no trace of a lighter or other incendiary device in her car, and investigators found the car wasn't damaged. Tests did reveal a substance consistent with lighter fluid on her shirt, however, and her medical records indicate she was treated for burns hours after the attack allegedly happened. When confronted by Detective Justine Harris in August, Bernstein said she didn't understand why there wasn't any evidence of the attack. She said she was worried about what might happen when the reports were made public, saying she had been threatened on social media and the investigators were treating her like a suspect. She stated, "I know what happened to me," Harris wrote. Harris told Bernstein Harris told Bernstein's attorney, Andrea Sumter, during a meeting Tuesday that no one planned to file any charges against Bernstein, saying there's no evidence she colluded with anyone to make a false report, and there was no evidence she was involved in any of the destruction during the protests. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. Harris told Sumter that Bernstein had clearly suffered injuries on her face and that detectives were interested in whether someone else had hurt her in a different way than she alleged. Sumter said she had no alternative information from Bernstein or her family about how she was burned and acknowledged that there can be many reasons why a victim might not want to be forthcoming about who caused injuries, Harris wrote. Sumter didn't immediately respond to messages Friday. And this was written by Todd Richmond for U.S. News. I knew it. I knew it was a hoax. There's no way. Not in Madison. I mean, not to say it couldn't happen, but yeah, there's no roving bands of white supremacists in Madison, Wisconsin. It's an extremely liberal city. It's a college town. It's got one of the bigger colleges in the country there. So it's an extremely liberal town. Yeah, I just knew that there was no way that this actually happened. And I appreciate the people commenting on my other videos, giving me more information to go by. But this says there was no evidence that she was involved in any of the violence that happened downtown that night. But that's also not evidence that she didn't. So, I don't know. I just knew it. It's something that I've known this whole time, and I've just been waiting for something to come along and corroborate that. Not enough evidence to prove that she was set on fire during a protest this summer. I don't know what that video is. Yeah, they got surveillance footage of her driving with her window up in a different lane than she talked about. She only stopped once and she was not attacked while she was stopped. None of the surveillance cameras show any groups of 4 white men roaming around. So I'm going to say with 99.9999999% certainty that this bitch lied. Just straight up lied. There's definitely a hate hoax. We can add it to the list of I don't know how many there are, but somebody's got a list. There's a website with a list of all the hoax hate crimes that have happened over the last so many years. And it's ridiculous. We can add this one to the list on that website because this is crazy. No wonder she's gotten death threats. She's making this shit up. People don't appreciate when you make up shit and try, and just like people don't appreciate when people pretend that a black person committed a crime against them. White people don't like when you pretend they committed a crime against you. I don't know what to say other than I knew it. 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 But anyway, that's all I had to say. I saw this article and I knew I just had to come make a video because there was quite a bit of engagement on my other videos about the subject. So, all right. All I got to say about this is I told you so.